Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome everyone for the Sunday evening Gita course session. And today we are at session 8 and a very nice topic that we're going to discuss today. In fact, it was been postponing for a long time. So today we'll take this session. Guru and disciple. This is the topic for today. So before that, let's offer prayers and start with today's session. Please repeat. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuronmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate giri yat kripatam vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So welcome everyone for the session on Bhagavad Gita, and today's topic is spiritual master and disciple. And we dedicate this presentation to our dear spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has set an ideal example as a spiritual master. And before that, he had set an ideal example as a disciple. It's by his mercy that today all of us come together or are coming together, even in this pandemic, which has got so much of disastrous effect. But still, we take shelter of the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Today morning, I was giving a Bhagavatam class, and I guess many of you were there in that class. If you're not there, please watch that session. Especially, I had prepared for this pandemic situation. Description was about the beauty of Lord Krishna. So the shelter of all the devotees in any situation, doesn't matter happiness or distress, all the time, the shelter is lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Krishna Katha, Krishna's pastimes, that's Katha of Krishna, or teachings of Krishna, that is Katha by Krishna, they are our shelter. Anyone who understands this logic, anyone who understands this ultimate truth, that in this material world, the permanent shelter which is there, the only shelter, the permanent shelter for every single person, every single human being is Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, Krishna Rupa, Krishna Guna, Krishna Leela. If we can understand that Krishna is the eternal shelter of each and every person, and if we take shelter of Krishna in every situation, that is the perfection of human form of life. And that's how we see that devotees, they are not deterred by any situation. They are stable. In every situation, they are stable because they are not taking shelter of anything in this world. They're always taking shelter of Krishna only. Hmm. So when we take shelter of Krishna, who is permanent, then what is the fear? Because that shelter will never be removed. But when we take shelter of various things of this world, it's a known fact that with time, anyways, it will go away. So it's a very, very important point that we always should meditate on. That have I taken shelter of Krishna in this situation? And especially, I request all of y'all, whatever is the situation, are you COVID negative, COVID positive, or are you on the deathbed? Doesn't matter where you are. If we can take shelter of Krishna in that situation, that is success of life. On Thursday, I was telling that we don't know how many of us are going to live in for next few days, next few weeks, next few months. We don't know. You know, the way the people are getting killed like mosquitoes. No, we don't know. But then it hardly matters. Death or life doesn't matter. What matters is, am I able to remember Krishna? Am I chanting Krishna's holy name? And even when the person is there on the deathbed and he's endeavoring to remember Krishna, you know what? Looking at that endeavor of the person, Krishna will appear in front of him. And that is the ultimate perfection. What else is needed? See, one or the other day, everyone has to die. What is the big thing in that? There's nothing big in dying. But then, if someone who knows the art of dying and he dies using that art, then we can say that, oh, yes, that person's successful. So I would request all of you all, whatever situation you are in, some of you have been tested COVID positive, some of your family members have been tested COVID positive, some of you have lost your family members, and some of you are really in critical situation, still attending Gita course. I request all of you all that please take shelter of Krishna's holy name. Please take shelter of Krishna. Time is very short with everyone. So let's utilize our time in Krishna's service. And especially now, for next 1.5 hours that we have, the discussion that we're going to have, let's get completely absorbed and forget about the entire world around. Let's see what we can gain from today's session. Let's see what we can implement from today's session. This is our meditation now for today's session, and this is how we start also. So the topic is Guru and Disciple. So we have already discussed the various qualities of Sri Guru. So let's go a bit deeper to understand the qualities of Guru. Let me share my screen again. Yes. So these are the different things that were discussed in level 1 Gita course. So we had discussed about what is knowledge that we're trying to get from Guru. So if you remember, there are two aspects of knowledge. I don't know if I can ask this question, but still, I'm with guts, I'm asking this question. What are the two knowledge aspects that we had seen in level 1 Gita course couple of months back? Yes. Anyone remembers? Two aspects of knowledge. Or what is knowledge? Two knowledge we discussed about that we learn from Guru. One. Okay, character. Uh-huh. Okay. Bhakti, someone says. Character, yes, character is correct. Obviously, bhakti is also correct, but then in that context, I'm asking, in the level one Gita course. Yeah, knowledge. What sort of knowledge? So one is character. Second one is okay. Okay. What else? Surrender. Hmm. Okay. Directly from without breaking the chain. Knowledge about ultimate truth. Okay. Okay. So let me answer. So whatever you all are saying is absolutely correct because all that is there. That's what we learn from Guru. But then from level one, the basic thing that we discussed was character and sense control. These are the two aspects of knowledge that a disciple learns from the Guru. And when it comes to knowledge, we had discussed, character, we had discussed the shloka from Chanakya Pandit. Matravat paradareshu paradravyeshu lotsravat atmavat sarva bhuteshu yaha pashyati sa panditaha. So who is a pandita? Who is a knowledgeable person? Matravat paradareshu, who sees every other woman except his wife as mother. Then paradravyeshu lotsravat, who sees everything apart from his own possession, other, or to be more precise, he sees everything else or others' possession as garbage. He doesn't touch that. And the next thing, Atmavat Sarva Bhuteshu, he treats everyone as his own, the way he treats himself. So that is the first thing, character. Second is sense control, controlling the six urges in the body. What are the six urges? Vacho Vegam, controlling the urge of speech. Vacho Vegam, Manasa Vegam, controlling the urge of mind. Manasa Krodha Vegam, controlling the urge of anger. Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jivha Vegam, controlling the urge of tongue. Upastha Vegam, controlling the urge of belly. And then finally, the last one, Jivha Vegam, Udara Vegam is the urge of belly, and Upastha Vegam is the urge of genitals. Anyone who can control these six, speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, genitals, that person is called as a knowledgeable person, a sense controlled person. So these are the two aspects that we had discussed, that this is actually the right knowledge and nothing else. This is what a person should gauge another person with, if he is knowledgeable or not. Yes. And obviously, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmani Gavi Hastini, Shuni Chaiva Swapake Cha Pandita Samadarshana. 5th chapter, 18th verse of Bhagavad Gita, where Lord is saying that who is a Pandita? Who sees that a dog eater, an elephant, tiger, everyone on the same platform, that is on the platform of soul, that person is a Pandita. Now we understand that even when it comes to great knowledgeable people, they have fallen into illusion. And this is what we concluded, that we need external help. In fact, with time, when we advance in bhakti and we are very, very intense in our mood in devotional service, every day we are doing nice bhakti, nice devotional service, and we are extremely intense. And our goal is clear, I want to attain Krishna. With this mood, when we are practicing bhakti, and when we see that our progress is stunned, we are not able to move ahead. We see that our mind is not at all getting controlled. When we see that our past samskaras are troubling us, you know what? At that point, we will realize this fact. I don't know, as of now, you people are able to realize or not. But surely, after some years, this will be a very, very strong realization that I need help. Without help, I'll not be able to attain Krishna. This will be a strong, strong, strong realization. And the devotee will start searching for external help. And that external help that we're talking about is the help from Sri Guru, help from a Guru. And obviously, we saw one very, very important thing, that we willingness to take help is glorious, not a weakness. And we also saw various false gurus. So now let's try to understand something more deeper on the qualities of guru. But before that, we'll try to understand the importance of disciplic succession. Very, very important topic. Somewhere we have discussed, we have just touched upon this topic, but today we'll go deep into this topic. Now, this disciplic succession is not something that people have established. This is a very nice point to realize and understand. This is set by Lord himself. Lord establishes the school. And he himself, he gives the knowledge and the way to propagate the knowledge. And the best thing that I put in the slide, the last two statements, he himself maintains the system. First, he will set an example. He himself will set an example. He'll come, firstly, he'll descend to this material world. Then he'll set an example. And second, when the disciplic succession, if he feels it's broken, he himself will come to establish. So what is the Praman? Praman is from 4th chapter, 1st shloka, Bhagavad Gita. Please repeat. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam Vivasvan Manave Praha Manur Ikshvakave Abrave. So here we see Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam. So he's saying that when this imperishable knowledge that I had given to Vivaswan, the sun god, when that was destroyed, or when that was annihilated, or when the chain was broken, what happened? He himself, he's giving this knowledge. Yes. So these are the shlokas from 1, 2, and 3. I just summarized everything in the first shloka. But in this particular shloka, he's talking about the disciplic succession. About he gave it to Vivaswan, the sun god. Sun god gave it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. So Ikshvaku dynasty, or the Maharaja Ikshvaku, is that person from whom Ikshvaku dynasty begins. And Lord Ram Lord Ram appeared in this dynasty, Ikshvaku Maharaj. And here, the Lord is telling a very, very important point. Please repeat. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarashayo viduhu sakale neham hata yogo nashtha parantapaha. So here he is saying evam parampara praptam, thus parampara praptam imam rajarashayo viduhu. So he is saying that this knowledge that is there was given in disciplic succession to all these saintly kings. And sakalene mahata. So what happened with time? Yogo nashta parantapa. This science appears to be lost. So what next? So here he is saying, Sa evayam mayate adya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rasyam hi etaduttamam. So here Krishna is saying that this rahasya, uttamam, the topmost rahasya, the topmost secret, I'm giving it to you, O Arjuna. Why am I giving it to you? Bhakto sime sakha cheti. Because you are my bhakta, you're my devotee, and you're my sakha, you're my friend. So I'm giving you this knowledge today. So in this way, we see that the disciplic succession which is there is established by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He gives the knowledge to the personality at the top. That personality gives it to his disciple who is very sincere. That disciple, he becomes a guru. He gives it to his disciple. Like this, the disciplic succession comes down. And whenever Krishna sees that this succession is broken in between, the message is distorted. At that time, Krishna himself comes to correct that particular succession. He gives the message, and again the succession revives. Sometimes people have this question, okay, you people are talking from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Oh, my voice is low. No, it's
Don't
proper.
worry, it's perfect.
Yeah. In the settings, it's proper. Okay. So here, many times people say that, oh, you people are talking about Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, but it was given 5,000 years back. How come it is still there? So when we say disciplic succession, people will ask, no, when it will get broken, when the message get distorted, what will happen? What will happen? We understand it here. Krishna personally intervenes and then he sets back or revives the disciplic succession. So I always say that bhakti is a foolproof method. Why it's a foolproof method? Because Krishna is personally involved here. There is no problem in bhakti at all. There is no flaw in the process of bhakti. The flaw, whatever is there, is in us. All the flaws are there in us. I always say this, that if a devotee is sincere by heart, we have to be sincere by heart. If a devotee is sincere by heart, serious in his endeavors, and he has got an ultimate desire to attain Krishna, such a devotee will never be cheated. Never. Only if the devotee is not sincere, not serious, and he has not got a proper goal, he still wants to enjoy in this material world, then a cheater will come in life and he will be cheated. So, anyone who is sincere, serious, and has got a very intense desire to attain Krishna, that person can never ever be cheated. Take this as a thumb rule. Never ever the person will be cheated. Not possible at all. Why? Because such a person is a surrendered soul onto Krishna, and Krishna takes care of him personally. Please note the word personally, I'm saying. Personally, the Lord takes care of that person. Tell me, where is the question of getting cheated? Where is the question of the message getting distorted? Or where is the question of not attaining the ultimate goal of life? So, what is really very important is, am I that person who is sincere, serious, and have got an intense desire to attain Krishna? If these three are there, then automatically, that person is eligible to receive Krishna's mercy through a bona fide guru and finally attain the ultimate goal. So in this way, we see that whenever the disciplic succession is broken, now since this disciplic succession is a sincere one, only because of some mishap in between, the succession will be broken, message will get distorted. Because Kali Yuga, right? Kali is always there. Kali is always there, with his sword, to cut the faith of people. Even all of you also. Now, this is the right time. This is the right time when Kali is you're going to use the sword. Please note this. And I'm just taking a tangent from the topic since I remembered this. This is a very nice time for Kali personified to take his sword of faithlessness, of distrust, and break people's trust and break people's faith in bhakti. Because it might happen in this pandemic that we might be going through a very critical situation and we are intensely praying to Krishna that, oh Krishna, please help. And maybe seemingly we might feel that Krishna is not helping, and then some atheist might come. Kali will send. Some atheist will come. Some so-called nice family member will come and say, "This is what your Krishna is doing. This is how he helps." At that time, we should be very much aware, very much attentive, alert. Kali's chela is Kali's disciple. Hmm? Obviously, we will not tell that, but then this is what is our understanding. We shouldn't believe to that person. Santa Tukaram Maharaj from Maharashtra, very amazing saint. Someday we'll take his pastimes. Maybe on some Ekadashi or sometime we'll discuss his pastimes. He was a family holder. He was a grasta, having kids, having a wife. Very poor due to various things because of his innocence. He became materially very poverty stricken. But then spiritually, he was very rich. All his relatives would come and they would keep telling, look at your house, the problem in your house. Can you perceive the problem that is there in your house? You don't get 3 times food to eat. Is all because you're worshipping that black person. That black person, Vitthal, Krishna. You're worshipping him. Because of him, this is the problem. So better give up bhakti. And the Sant Tukaram Maharaj, what he would say? Tell me, those people who are not worshipping Krishna, aren't they suffering? Aren't they starving? Aren't they dying? So it's not about Krishna, it's my own karma. Why should I really bother about this? Yes. Krishna's mercy is, by his mercy, we are able to remember him. That is Krishna's mercy. By his mercy, you'll be able to break the cycle of birth and death. That is Krishna's mercy. Let's not pull Krishna's mercy on the material platform and decide, is Krishna merciful or not? Is Krishna answering my prayers or not? So this is a very nice point, and please be aware of Kali. I'm reminding myself also. In Kali Yuga, Kali is always with the sword of faithlessness, and he'll come to cut our faith. He'll come to murder our trust on our Guru and Krishna. So we have to be very, very careful, very careful. As soon as there is a doubt that comes in our mind, immediately we consult our Guru, immediately we consult to Krishna through the teachings of the Lord, and we become very much alert. And especially now, I request all of you all, please be very alert, especially to those people who are going to come and add poison to our life, that is, add faithlessness to our life. So yes, so disciplic succession. Now Kali will break somewhere or the other, but Krishna will come personally to re-establish. This is the point that I'm making. So we should be completely confident that what knowledge I'm receiving is through the Guru disciplic succession, and which is unadulterated knowledge. Please note the word unadulterated, very pure. This is a very pure knowledge that we all have got, the knowledge of bhakti, the knowledge of practicing Krishna consciousness. Now let's try to understand how Krishna is setting an example. So Krishna himself accepted a guru in his manifest pastimes. He accepted Sandipani Muni as his guru. And when he came in Kali Yuga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, again he accepted a guru, and his name is Ishwarapuri Maharaj. He accepted Ishwarapuri as his guru. Right? And here Krishna is saying that, okay, let's recite the shloka. Name parthasti kartavyam strishu lokeshu kishchanaha nana vaptam avaptavyam varta eva cha karmani. So here Krishna is saying, oh Arjuna, there is no work prescribed for me in this world. There's no work. I'm Supreme Personality of God. I've established everything. I've created everything. I've made the rules. I need not follow. But then he's saying that still I'm doing it. Why? Why am I doing it? In the next sloka he says, in the next sloka is saying that yadi aham na vartyayam jatu karmanya antardritah mama vartamanu vartante manushyaha partha sarvashaha. Is saying that yadi, if I am not able to follow aham na vartayam, if I don't follow these prescribed duties, what will happen? All the people who are following me, they all would do what I am doing. That is, they will follow the wrong path and all of them will be destroyed. So in this way, we see that how Krishna is so merciful. He need not do all this, setting an example and all that, the way he's doing it when he does in his manifest pastimes. He marries and then he takes care of them. He accepts a guru. He follows the instruction. In Rajasuya Yagya of Yudhishthir Maharaj, he's washing the feet of all the saintly Brahmanas. Can you imagine how sweet our Lord is? Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is doing all this just to make sure that we don't get deviated. We don't get deviated in this age of Kali from the path of bhakti. So in this way, he establishes the Guru Parampara. He establishes the Guru Parampara. He maintains the Guru Parampara. And if needed, when the Guru Parampara or Guru disciplic succession is broken, he revives or re-establishes it. Can you imagine the endeavor that Krishna is putting when it comes to maintaining the Guru Parampara, the disciplic succession? So there is no question of giving up the disciplic succession. Please understand. And another thing that we have to understand is the importance of Guru disciplic succession, Guru Parampara. Only if we are connected to Guru Parampara, there is a hope to attain Krishna. If we are not connected to the Guru Parampara, there is no hope. Simple. Because this Guru disciplic succession is established by Krishna. He is giving the knowledge how to break the cycle of birth and death. He is giving the knowledge of how to go back home, back to Godhead. He is giving all that. And that he is giving only in the Guru disciplic succession. Nowhere else he is giving. But apart from this, when people start following something else, apart from scriptures, apart from the succession, then they are the ones who want to get cheated. And there are many, many people in the age of Kali Yuga to cheat. Many cheaters are there. So now the question is, how many Guru disciplic successions are available? Can you please tell how many successions are available? Is it only one or two, three, four? How many? Here is the answer. Krishna has established four, like all of you all said. Krishna has established four of them. Four authorized Guru disciplic succession. Let us start one by one. So, the one we can see on the right side, the four Kumaras. Krishna gave the knowledge of Krishna Bhakti to the four Kumaras, and the Kumara Sampradaya was established. And the spiritual master or the Acharya in the Sampradaya is Nimbarkacharya. So this Nimbarkacharya Sampradaya is still there in various parts of Mathura. In various parts of Uttar Pradesh, we can see this Nimbarkacharya Sampradaya. Then we have Rudra Sampradaya. So the first person to receive the knowledge of Krishna Bhakti was Lord Shiva in the Sampradaya. And the Acharya after Lord Shiva, the prominent Acharya is Vishnu Swami. So this Rudra Sampradaya is still existing in various parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan. Pushti Marg, we can, the ones who know Pushti Marg, they'll be knowing, or the ones who know Vallabhacharya, they'll be knowing. It is the mercy of Vallabhacharya that even without knowing, so many families in Gujarat, Rajasthan, and so many places connected to that area, they have Laddu Gopal in their house. They don't know why they're worshipping Laddu Gopal, but they have Laddu Gopal. And they call him as Lala, and they worship him with lot of motherly affection. They have a bed for Laddu Gopal, and they have toys for Laddu Gopal, and so many nice things. They dress him, they do Abhishekam, dress him, ornaments and pagadi and all that. So this is Rudra Sampradaya, established by Lord Shiva. Then prominent Acharya is Vishnu Swami, and the famous Acharya after that is Vallabhacharya. The next one is Sri Sampradaya. In Sri Sampradaya, okay, again, the Kumara Sampradaya, the Radha Krishna worship is prominent. And in Rudra Sampradaya, we see worship of Laddu Gopal, is pretty prominent. And when it comes to Sri Sampradaya, Lakshmi Devi was the one, who received this knowledge from Lord Krishna, the knowledge of Krishna Bhakti or Vishnu Bhakti. And the prominent Acharya is Ramanujacharya, very, very famous. And this Sri Sampradaya is still valid in the southern area, southern India, especially in Tirupati and other places nearby. So wherever you see the three lines, the big huge tilak, the white and red, so that is the Sri Sampradaya people. And they prominently worship Lord Narayan and Lakshmi Devi. So this is that Sampradaya. And the fourth one is Brahma Sampradaya. So Lord Brahma received the knowledge from Krishna, and the prominent Acharya in this line is Madhvacharya. So Madhvacharya is that prominent Acharya who propagated the teachings that was given by Lord Krishna to Brahma. And in ISKCON, we follow this Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. So in this line of Madhvacharya, or in this line of Brahma Sampradaya, appeared Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Lord Krishna himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahiyanya, who is not different than Radha and Krishna. He appeared in this line. And what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did was, he took various wonderful things from other three sampradayas, in fact, all the four sampradayas. And again, he re-established this Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Gauranga, so it's Gaudiya. Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. And even in this, what happened is there was some problem that happened in between in Bengal area and other area where uh, after the disappearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and various prominent acharyas after him, the philosophy started diluting and people started becoming pretenders at that time. They're called as Sahajiyas. So what Lord did was Lord again re-established this parampara by sending a very, very stalwart acharya called Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, someday we'll discuss exclusively about him, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a very, very prominent acharya in our line. So we can see the fourth photo from Prabhupada. We have Prabhupada, then Saraswati Thakur, his guru, Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, and then Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur again re-established the importance of this parampara. And then it was again given to Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur's son is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the guru of Prabhupada. So he was another Simha Guru, a stalwart acharya, who started preaching the message of Krishna consciousness. See, in all the four sampradayas, when it comes to preaching, it's very rare. When it comes to Rudra Sampradaya, preaching is rare. So only few people are doing here and there. Then Sri Sampradaya, again, we know only few people who are preaching. And then when it comes to Nimbarka Sampradaya, only few are there. Kumara Sampradaya, basically. Only few people are there who are preaching. But when it comes to this Sampradaya, or Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, we see there are preachers all over the world. This was the mercy of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who started preaching and who found out various modern means to connect with people and preach and present the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in a very nice way. And that thing was again very nicely modernized and given in a very, very right spirit by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, our Gurudev, our spiritual master, who preached all over the world. And today, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we see how this Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, is spreading all over the world. And the other three sampradayas, prominent acharyas who are there now in Kali Yuga, they all admire Srila Prabhupada like anything. They say that what Srila Prabhupada has done, that is giving bhakti to even Yavanas and Malechas, that is the most fallen one, the Westerners. Such a great personality. He gave bhakti to all of them. He has given bhakti to entire world, and that's how Prabhupada is known. Yes. So in this way, we see that we have these four sampradayas, and we belong to Brahma Sampradaya. Now, let's try to understand in more detail about the qualities of spiritual master now. Before that, I'll cover the topic in the qualities of spiritual master. Okay, let's begin. There's a nice shloka which talks about who is a spiritual master. Kiba Vipra Kiba Nashi Shudra Kene Nai Jai Krishna Tattva Veta Se Guru Hai. So here the qualification of Guru is given. A very, very important qualification. He's saying Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Shudra Kene Nai. How does it matter? Is he a Brahmana, Sannyasi, or a Shudra? What is very, very important? He should be Krishna Tattva Veta. He should be the knower of the science of Krishna. He should know the truth of Krishna. So that person can be called as Guru. And Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vet tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, Krishna says that anyone who knows me in truth, Janma karma chame divyam, my transcendental appearance, my transcendental pastimes, and others, other attributes related to me. Anyone who understands that, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tattvataha, that person is eligible to come back to me. So that person who knows Krishna in truth, who has attained Krishna, that person is eligible to be a guru. Please note this very, very clearly. The one who knows tattva of Krishna very clearly, that person is guru. Or he is eligible to become a guru. Yes. Now let's understand more qualities of a guru. Yes. So one by one we will see. First, he might have taken shelter of a bona fide spiritual master in parampara. This is the technical point which we had discussed in level 1 Gita course also. I cannot just get up from my sleep and then say that I got a dream that a great spiritual personality enlightened me, and now I can preach, or sorry, I can initiate people, I can accept disciples. No, they are bogus. There is no question of dream, there is no question of hallucination, there is no question of anything. The only question is, do you belong to a bona fide parampara? Which parampara do you belong to? Sri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, or Brahma Sampradaya? Oh, I don't belong to any Sampradaya. Ah, then you're a bogus guru. Get lost. This is the reply. Obviously, we don't tell this explicitly. This is what we tell in our mind. This is what is our reply to that person who says that I don't belong to any Sampradaya. We don't accept that person as guru. It might be harsh for many of you, so I am not naming personalities. Yes, because it's my past experience and I've burnt my hands. Sometimes when we tell the truth on face, people are not able to take it. It becomes very difficult for people. In some of the sessions, I've named a few personalities. Then I understood that I'm here to just give the principles, why to hurt people's sentiment. But then please understand, this human formula of life is very, very rare. And we cannot be driven by sentiments, please. We cannot be driven by sentiments. When we're driven by sentiments, tell me what is going to happen. Sentiments are nothing but, we are just maintaining our ego and nothing else. No. He is my guru. I accepted. So is great personality. No, he's my guru. How can you call him bogus? He might not belong to any fourth sampradaya, but he has the power to establish fifth sampradaya. This will not work. Please understand, this will not work. Yes. We have to be very, very logical and scientific. People call themselves as scientific. Actually, people should be scientific. But those people who call themselves as scientific, unfortunately, they fall in the pit like this. And they accept some bogus personality as guru and suffer the entire life thinking that no, I have an instruction from my guru, I have to execute that. Yes. That's all false. So this question should be asked, first question. See, what shloka that we just read, it says that that person should know Krishna Tattva. He should know Krishna in truth. But now, how will we understand he knows or not? Because we ourselves, we don't know. How can we verify that? Right? It's very difficult. So this first criteria can be verified. What is that first criteria? This spiritual master whom we are talking about, he should have taken Diksha, he should have taken initiation in Guru Parampara. In which Guru Parampara, in which disciplic succession, which Sampradaya? Out of the four Sampradayas. Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya. Only these four Sampradayas are there. There is no fifth one. Let's understand this. This is a very, very important point. This is the first criteria by which we understand if the person is bona fide or not. Next one. The next quality that is mentioned here is he must have realized the conclusions of Vedic scriptures. Now, what is the conclusion of Vedic scriptures? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 15:15 that Vedaisha sarver ahameva vedyah. I am to be known in all the Vedas. So what is the essence of Vedas? Krishna is the essence of Vedas, Vedic scriptures. You look at Srila Prabhupada, such a great personality, such an amazing spiritual master. He knew the essence and he gave the essence. When Prabhupada initiated various Westerners, many people in India, they were not able to digest. Many so-called Brahmanas were not able to digest. They started telling that, how can you give Diksha to these meat eaters, these drunkards and woman hunters? You have spoiled our culture, they would say. But Prabhupada was very clear. What is the problem? Jivere Swarupoy Krishna Nityadas. Every living entity is a servant of Krishna. And when I'm connecting the living entities back to Krishna, what is the problem? It is the birthright. It is a constitutional right of every single human being to connect back to Krishna, to connect back to a bona fide sampradaya by accepting a guru. What is the problem? Prabhupada knew the essence and he executed that in a very, very modern way. Very, very modern way. He changed so many things, from the traditional way. He changed so many things. In Western countries, now deity worship, pujaris are needed, and then their devotees are very less in number. So there, in Western countries, Prabhupada allowed the females also to enter the deity room in the temple and worship. That's not allowed in India. Prabhupada didn't allow in India, but in Western countries he allowed. In Western countries, he allowed so many other things just to make sure, obviously, in accordance with scriptures, just to make sure all of them become devotees. So the one who knows the essence that Krishna should be given, holy names of Krishna should be chanted. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. These are the different conclusions given. Conclusion is only one, that is Krishna, and these are all derivatives. So he knew very well, and he centered his preaching around the essence of the Vedic scriptures. If you would have stuck to various rituals and rules and regulations, then ISKCON wouldn't have spread in Western countries. Very difficult. Well, past time I'll tell you how much La Prabhupada was tolerant and compassionate. So Prabhupada was making something in the kitchen, and his lady disciple was assisting him. Obviously, there were other disciples also. There was one lady disciple who was assisting him to make. And then in between, she said that Prabhupada, I want to smoke. Can I? Now, what will Prabhupada say? They were the early disciples, and they started chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and things like that. You know what Prabhupada did at that time? A strict sannyasi, a pure devotee of the Lord, who gave the four regulative principles, just to make sure that they remain in bhakti and they practice bhakti. Prabhupada at that point, he told the lady disciple, okay, go out, and while coming back, wash your hands and come. My God. This is called as a person who understands the essence. Obviously, we cannot imitate, and we cannot say, oh, okay, so maybe if we smoke, then we can wash our hands and do service. No. Prabhupada was very clear. Initial days, he just to give people Krishna and to make people pure. Initially, he was a bit relaxed and tolerant, but then later he was very heavy. No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, beating, hammering all the time. But here we can understand he knew the essence that if these people chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they'll become purified. But if I force them to do something, they'll not be able to. So better I give them Hare Krishna Mahamantra, feed them prasad nicely, and they will change. And yes, they changed. They became pure devotees. This is the person, or this is the act of a person who knows the essence of Vedic scriptures. Yes. And the essence is to know Krishna, to chant the holy names of Krishna in the age of Kali. Next, strictly follow the principles of disciplic succession and of scriptures. Now, a guru who is there, a bona fide guru, he will never violate the injunctions given in the Vedic scriptures in his personal behavior. Never. He will always adhere to the principles and instructions given by the previous acharyas. So, how does the guru disciplic succession become bona fide? So, when the current guru, he follows all the instructions given by the acharyas, finally given by Krishna, and maintains that and shows that in his behavior, such a person is called as an acharya. Acharya, jo achar kare, means the one who imbibes the same and establishes an example, who sets an example. He's an acharya. And Prabhupada did that. He made sure that all the instructions are followed as it is given in the Guru Parampara, never violated any instruction of any acharya in the past, maintained all of that, and he gave us this Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and other books. The 80 books are given by Srila Prabhupada. Now, for Shloka Day videos, what I'm doing is I'm referring the commentaries of multiple acharyas. That is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan. Now, their commentaries I'm referring. And these are the senior acharyas in the line. So after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were there. They came. These acharyas came. And what these acharyas did was, these acharyas, they referred to the commentaries given before. So like these, the commentaries are coming down. Now, when I'm doing the combined study, the comparative study, what I'm understanding is what Srila Prabhupada has done. Srila Prabhupada has just taken the different parts of the commentaries of these personalities and he has put in the purport, which are called as Bhakti Vedanta purports of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada didn't give his something from the mind. This is what I feel. This is it. This is what should be done or whatever. Prabhupada just repeated. He just repeated the instructions, repeated various things given by the previous acharyas. This is how Bhagavad Gita as it is as it is. Sometimes people say that why Bhagavad Gita is called as it is. What about other Bhagavad Gitas? This is as it is because it is given by Srila Prabhupada. And he has taken from the various acharyas in the disciplic succession and he has given. Sometimes Prabhupada in the book he will quote Madhvacharya. Sometimes he also, he has quoted some Sri Vaishnava saints also. Yes. So in this way we see that Prabhupada, when he has given these books, all these books have become very, very bona fide because Prabhupada has repeated what the previous acharyas have told, and this is the qualification of an acharya. This is the qualification of a bona fide guru. He follows the instruction, he practices the instruction, he preaches the instruction given by Krishna and the acharyas. Nothing from the mind. I feel, according to my experience. No. According to scriptures. From Bhagavad Gita, so and so shloka. From Srimad Bhagavatam, so and so shloka. From this particular Upanishad, from this particular Veda, so and so shloka. Nothing from the mind. This is what makes the person bona fide. And in Kali Yuga, you see, it's all about my opinion, my perspective, and all that. We see so many gurus saying, according to my opinion. Who cares for your opinion? Tell us what is given in Shastra. This should be our mode. Next. He must have empowered by Lord or spiritual master. So this is a very important point. So when a person becomes a spiritual master or a guru, his guru empowers him to become a guru. Only when the spiritual master instructs him that you become a guru, go and preach this message, accept disciples, then he can become a guru. Yes. So empowered by spiritual master, empowered by Krishna. And how can we see that? By the miraculous task that they do by preaching. Very easily, we can understand by the miracles that they do when they preach the message of Krishna consciousness. And we see Prabhupada's miracle. In fact, Prabhupada's appearance is foretold, in scriptures as Senapati Bhakta, that there will be a great saint who will come in Kali Yuga and he will spread the holy name of the Lord all over the world. And by his endeavor, people would be chanting the holy names of the Lord. And no one in the past has done this, that is preaching the message to the Western countries in such a great manner. And this is Prabhupada who did it. It's very clear that he is a Senapati Bhakta from the Vedic scriptures. Yes, Senapati Bhakta of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Lord Krishna. So in this way, he has to be empowered. Spiritual master should be empowered. Then he can be called as a spiritual master. A person cannot just empower himself and say that I am Guru. Come, I'll deliver you and things like that. That's all nonsense. Next. Must be able to free his disciples from the cycle of birth and death. This is a very, very important point. He should be a perfected, pure devotee. He should have attained Krishna. He should be free himself from the cycle of birth and death. I mean, he should be a liberated personality. Now, it's a very easy thing to understand, very logical. Let me explain this point now. So, a person who is liberated, it means that he is not bound by ropes of three modes of material nature. And a person who is bound in the material world of Baddha Jiva, his hands and legs, everything is bound. Now, if my hands and legs are tied, and other person's hands and legs are also tied, how can I go and untie that? Right? Only when I am free, I can go and untie. Right? So, a spiritual master is the one who is free. No, he does not have any binding force. He is completely free. He goes and unties. Yes. So he's called as Guru, very heavy. Sadhu. Sadhu means to cut. He is the one who goes and cuts the rope of the cycle of birth and death. How come we can do that? Because he is liberated, because he is empowered by Krishna. He has attained Krishna. Hmm. So such a person is Guru. A Baddha Jiva who is stuck to meat eating, who is stuck to illicit sex with so many females, who are stuck in various scams, they cannot be Gurus. Impossible. Hmm. The ones who don't have sense control and going and raping females, and how can we call them as Guru? But still, there are so many people, there are so many followers, who go and say that no, 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 he's still. Sometimes it happens. No, a person who is liberated is free from this all desires of lust and sex, completely free from the greed of money, completely free from all the anarthas, and completely free from the cycle of birth and death also. Hmm. Such a person is Guru. In the character of Srila Prabhupada, in the history, if we read, never ever we will find that Srila Prabhupada did any mistake like this of spending some intimate time with his female disciples, or doing something nonsense with the money, or doing some nonsense which adds a black spot to the entire parampara. No, Prabhupada didn't do that. Even till date, we see all the sincere disciples of Srila Prabhupada, who are currently the acharyas, who are currently the gurus in ISKCON. So they are following what Srila Prabhupada did. They never did anything, any nonsensical thing like this. Yes. So in this way, we see that how a spiritual master who is there, he's very clear. He is a person who is liberated, and he has the authority to liberate others. If we are not liberated, we cannot liberate others. So we cannot be called as Guru. Hmm. So sometimes, many of you who are very humble and innocent, you call me as Guru. Yes. You call me that, Kartikeya Prabhu is my Guru. I am no Guru. I'm just a guide. I'm just guiding all of. So my position. Let me tell you my position, so that you are not bewildered and you are not mistaken, or don't remain in illusion. So it's like, there's a road, okay, and many people are walking on that road. So I'm one of them. So I've traversed some path and I'm standing ahead on the road, and you're coming from behind. So I'm just telling, I'm just waving my hand and coming and telling, come here, no, come straight. Don't take a deviation. Come straight. Come straight. That is what is my position. I'm not liberator. I am also a traveler. Yes. But then, we have that hope, and we have confidence not to attain Krishna this very lifetime, because we are connected to the bona fide sampradaya, which is which is there, in ISKCON, and Prabhupada is that Acharya. We're connected to Prabhupada and his disciples, so we have that confidence. Yes. So who is a guru? Who is liberated, not the one who is bound. So this should be very, very clear, not to everyone. So when we're taking guidance from someone, that person is our guide. Yes, not a guru or someone. Guru, obviously, we can call them as guru also, but then we are not talking about the person, in the guru disciplic succession who can give diksha. We all are in guru disciplic succession, but we don't take the role of initiating someone or taking responsibility of someone. We cannot take responsibility. We cannot break the cycle of birth and death of someone else, because we ourselves are stuck, right? So the one who is liberated, that person can take the responsibility and deliver the person. Yes. So he is a bona fide guru. He can be called as guru. Next. Teach by example. So he's a personality who will teach by example. He'll set the right example. And this example will not be a whimsical example. It will be shastric. When he sets an example, we can go back and check in Shastra and we'll find, yes, this is valid. This is correct. Yes. Next, he's self-controlled. Now, this is a very nice point, to understand. A very, very nice point to realize also. That Srila Prabhupada, he set an amazing example in ISKCON. I feel really proud, that I'm part of such a bona fide sampradaya coming down to Srila Prabhupada to us. Srila Prabhupada has set a very, very selfless example, a very self-controlled example. Never ever he was swayed, by any of the anarthas or lusty desires, as I already mentioned. And always he served the entire humanity by his selfless endeavors. So that selflessness that Srila Prabhupada has set, and that principle that Srila Prabhupada has said, that the money should be used only in service of Krishna, energy should be used in service of Krishna, the body of a person should be used in service of Krishna. Everyone who comes in a ISKCON, everyone should be engaged in service of Krishna. Everything is meant for Krishna. Hmm? In this way, when he has set the principle, the same principle is even now followed by various sincere disciples of Srila Prabhupada and the grand disciples, that is all of us. So this is because Prabhupada has set a very, very high notch example. The threshold is very high set by Srila Prabhupada, and we all are trying to follow that. We are so fortunate to have a spiritual master like Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is the guru of all the devotees in ISKCON. Because we read his books, we follow his instructions. And he is that liberated personality. So he's the guru of everyone in ISKCON. And he's a bona fide guru because he meets all these criteria. He's a sense controlled person. Never ever he got into any of the nonsensical things. Never. In all the years where he was there preaching the message, never ever he got into any of the nonsensical things. Even when he was given various offers to do something nonsense, he never got into all that. Never. He always followed the principle of remembering Krishna, never forgetting Krishna, and serving Krishna all the time. To preach the truth from the Vedic scriptures, not to speak just to attract or appease common public. Unfortunately, now in the age of Kali Yuga, we are attracted to people who speak very nicely. Nice words, nice appeasing words. Whatever we want, they speak. We say that, oh, that person is very nice. But when someone speaks truth in a bitter manner, we are like, no, this person, I will not accept him. Because in Kali Yuga, most of the people are foolish. They don't have knowledge from Shastra, what to do. So they want a spiritual master who will appease them, by their nice flowery language. And they will speak whatever they want. They will do whatever they want. And they want to purchase the guru with money. So this is how people in Kali Yuga are. But then a spiritual master is the one who boldly speaks the right thing. He doesn't fear anyone. Look at Srila Prabhupada. Can you imagine going to West where people are completely drunk, intoxicated with LSD, people who are meat eaters, people who are always having illicit sex, people who are always involved in gambling. Such a place a person goes and he says, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication. A bogus person at that time, he came to Srila Prabhupada and he said, another bogus guru at that time, he came and he told Srila Prabhupada, as a well-wisher, he said, Swamiji, if you speak like this, no one will follow you. And you know what Prabhupada said? I'm not here to please people and make followers. I'm here to give truth. And Prabhupada gave truth, and there were genuine people who accepted the truth and they're still following. We hear from so many people, unfortunately, feel it feels very, very bad that people don't understand who are bogus, who are true. So I was hearing from one person. So it seems they have accepted some guru, not in any parampara. Some guru is there. And then that guru has told, it seems, see, don't control your mind so much. Don't kill your mind. Don't kill your desires. Your mind says to eat meat, no problem. Go and eat meat. Never ever control your mind. Never ever kill your desires. Never hold yourself so tight now that you will feel lots of strain in yourself. Just be free. Do whatever the mind says. Fulfill all the desires of the mind. Don't think anything else apart from this. If the mind was so nice, so pure, and so powerful of the age of Kali Yuga people, why people are here in the age of Kali Yuga? Only people who are sinful, they are there in the age of Kali Yuga. That is, all of us. We have committed sin, so we are in the age of Kali Yuga. But somehow, we have got Lord's mercy, so we are there in that span of Kali Yuga where the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is given to us. So we are sinful people. We are fallen. Tell me, how can we think Or how can we desire something which is correct? It is very natural for a living entity, for natural for a human being. It's a very, very natural for a human being to eat meat, to think of having illicit sex. It's very natural. Even for a married person, he sees some other female and he gets sexual attraction. Very natural that is. Because we are there in the Sharira called Papa Sharira. It's a sinful body. It's very natural to get attracted towards intoxication. Very natural, to think of getting money very, very fast. Double the money that we have got in no time and things like that. Gambling. It's very natural. Very, very natural. And you see, you can observe. I'm just again taking a tangent, so that you all can do a practical analysis for yourself. Just observe the various outlets, which are there around, and various advertisements which are there around. They all will be just encouraging these four. Movies, they encourage these four. What are the movies showing? These four things. Hmm? These four things are shown very, very nicely in a very, very glamorous way. Yes. So these illicit activities, these nonsensical activities are glamorized in various ways. And you know what? People of the age of Kali Yuga, they feel, yes, this is correct. This is what I should do. Why? Because that's coming on the big screen. That's coming on the small screen. I should follow that. Yes. So in this age of Kali Yuga, we cannot desire something pure. How can we say follow your mind? Hmm? So true spiritual master, and another thing. So when someone says follow your mind, it feels so nice, so peaceful. Ah, so peaceful. Yes. As soon as someone comes to ISKCON and he starts attending the classes or she starts attending the classes, they get a heart attack all of a sudden. Ah, what did this bald person say just now? He said no meat eating. I've been eating meat right from my childhood. No meat eating. Oh. Hmm. And then another heart attack. Only worship Krishna, no other demigod worship. I've been worshipping this Devata from my childhood. Suddenly, this person is saying this. And when we do college preaching, unfortunately, the boys sometimes, not all the time, very, very rarely we get, they have girlfriends. And they hear this, no premarital affair. And they're like, Prabhuji, what are you saying? I have a girlfriend. Nothing doing. Break up karo. So in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada set this example. No pleasing people. Speak from Shastra. If you really want to please people, if you really are the well-wisher of the person, really the well-wisher of people in general, speak the truth given in the Shastra. Don't cheat people. Prabhupada has told us this. Don't cheat people. Give the principle from the Vedic scriptures as it is. Don't appease people. We are not here to appease people. We are here to tell them the truth. And if they know the truth, and if somehow they have got the mercy of the Lord, they'll be able to break the cycle of birth and death. But if you just keep appeasing them and speak what they want, you are actually making a big royal road towards hell for them to walk and finally end up there. So it's very important that we understand that a spiritual master is the one who speaks from the scriptures as it is, doesn't matter what the other person is going to feel. It doesn't matter if he becomes a follower or not. It doesn't matter he stays connected or remains connected or not. The spiritual master is the one who speaks straight, who gives pinpointed answer to the point, not beat around the bush and the person is like, so what is the answer? I was hearing, I'll not name the person. I was hearing some so-called guru of this world, very, very much followed by many people, not belonging to any sampradaya. So he was asked a question that does God exist? And this person just beating around the bush in such a way that the believers of God, they got the answer as yes, God exists. And the non-believers of God, they got the answer as yes, God does not exist. And everyone clapped very nicely. And there was no conclusion to the answer. No conclusion. Just beating around the bush, he left the people just like that. You decide. So for the people who are there, who are believers of God, yes, God exists. The ones who are not believing, God does not exist. Why like this? Why I talk like this? Because people want followers. People want money, nah, money. Yes, without money, how this world will work? Many times people ask us this question: how come you're giving such a big, long Gita course session for free? This is invaluable knowledge. What value can someone give? How much money will a person pay? Tell us. How much money? Even if he sells his own existence, all his family members' house, he cannot pay the knowledge that he's getting in return. Yes, never. This is what Prabhupada told us. Prabhupada told, give the knowledge for free. Give everything for free. But then make sure they pay for books. Prabhupada made this a point. Why pay for books? Because when they pay, they will value. He made it a point. Just because they are benefited, take money. This is what Prabhupada said. And Prabhupada said that whatever meager profit is made from that, maintain the temples. And by Krishna's mercy, if some large-hearted person comes and give donation, we'll maintain the temple. This is called as speaking straightforward. This is what Prabhupada did. And this is what we have to do. Yes. Not appeasing people. We are not here to appease people. But yes, sometimes we don't speak, we keep mum when the person is new. And when the person is sincere and serious, then we speak the truth as it is. We hammer the truth as it is. Like I'm doing now to all of y'all. Now, because all of you are sincere, you all are literally eager to attain Krishna, then I shouldn't cheat. I should tell whatever Prabhupada has told. Then I'll be a person, a representative of Srila Prabhupada, a guide, in this line. Yes. So in this way, we understand a bona fide spiritual master is the one who speaks the truth. And we have the example of Srila Prabhupada. Yes. We cannot get swayed by the word jugglery, or we cannot get swayed by the sweet, appeasing words of so-called gurus of this world. We have to verify from the Shastra. If he speaks from the Shastra, the truth, he is the Guru. If he knows Krishna Tattva, he speaks Krishna Tattva, he is the Guru. Now we'll have a question. See, Prabhuji, you're telling all this, okay, we understand. And we have been attending your sessions, so we also respect you. We don't want to disrespect you. But then, please tell us, Prabhuji, a lot of lot of intense anger is there within, but then externally. Please tell us, Prabhuji, that what about those people who are not in the parampara, who are not in any of the parampara, but they are good, they speak good things. Do charity, do this, do that. They speak all good things. There is no harm in following them. So, Prabhuji, what about them? So here is the answer for all of y'all who have this question. So here is the answer for the question of, can we accept any good person? See, there are people who are good. They are not genuine gurus, or I shouldn't say genuine. Genuine word is not correct. They are not the bona fide gurus now following the parampara, but they are good people who have taken the position of a guru. What about them? Very simple. A nice example is given here. Harikshadra Prabhu is a genius. He has made these PPTs and he has put these concepts together. So here, it's like a very nice example. Let me explain this example. So in our family, someone is not well. And okay, let me take example like this. The parents are there and two kids are there, one young and one is elder. So parents have gone out and the younger brother, he gets a lot of fever. Elder brother is having a very, very nice intention in the heart. My younger brother, he has got fever, he's suffering, I should go and help him. With that mood, the elder brother, with nice intention, he goes. And then from the basket of medicines, from the box of medicines kept in the first aid box, he goes and he just, inky, pinky, ponky, etc. And then he just removes one. He says, this will help my brother. And he goes and gives it to his brother. Some medicine. Tell me, the elder brother had a good intention. What is the problem here? The problem is the disease is something and the medicine given is something else. But the intention is good. So in this world, there are many, many people, they have good intention. We accept that people have got good intention. But then what they are speaking, what they are telling, is it the right medicine, what they are giving, so that the person's bhava roga can be cured? What is bhava roga? The person is stuck in the cycle of birth and death. So the person is having a good intention to help people, but then is he giving the right medicine? Since he's not following the scriptures, he's telling something from his own experience. And since he is himself defective, when he speaks something, the solution will also be defective. But he's a good person, having good intention. But then he cannot be called as guru. He's a good person. We can respect him. But then he cannot be guru, because guru is the one who actually breaks the cycle of birth and death, or helps the devotee or disciple to break the cycle of birth and death. So this is a very, very important point, that we need to understand. We respect all the people. We respect even ants. We respect even bogus gurus. We respect. There is no problem. But we always are against the principles what they break. We're always against the philosophy, the bogus philosophy that they give. We have no problem with the person. Yes. Even when some a very filthy person comes in front, if he's elderly person, we give respect. We treat him respectfully. But then we always distinguish the person who is a guru and who is not. So a good person is always a good person, not a guru. A one who follows Shastra, speaks Shastra, and practices the Shastra, Vedic scriptures, he is a guru. Yes. So in this way, we understand very, very clearly that who is a guru. He talks only spiritual things, only from Vedic scriptures. Not even 50% material, 50% spiritual. No, he cannot be accepted as guru. Only from the Vedic scriptures, the truth, so that the disciples can go back to God. Another very nice point. See, scriptures are giving everything. Now you might be telling Prabhuji, how much you're telling scripture. What is there in scriptures? Scripture has got everything to go back, come back to God. Scriptures have got the solution to solve this bhava roga of the cycle of birth and death. So this is given in scriptures. But then there are many so-called gurus who say that there is no need of scripture. Just believe in yourself. Just believe, in your experience. Just believe in the voice that is coming within, and so on and so forth. Now tell me, believe in yourself. What will believe ourselves? We are defective piece. What will believe ourselves? Our senses are imperfect. We are illusioned all the time. We have the tendency of cheating. Yes. And what is the fourth one? We are senses are imperfect, illusion, tendency to cheat, and one more. Yes, anyone remembers? Okay, no one remembers. Okay, no problem. If I remember, I'll tell. So in this way, we are defective. How can we tell that no, I believe in myself and whatever I believe is correct? But then you know what? Unfortunately, this opinion thing has been given more importance. Opinion thing is given more importance nowadays. My opinion matters a lot. According to my opinion, according to my perspective, yes. So in this way, people have got so much, ego that they want to put their opinions in front. But you know what? One thing we have to understand is that our opinions does not matter. The truth matters. What is the truth? And so it is very important that we cannot just go on hearing anyone and everyone. Sometimes you people also have heard from the mentors that you hear anyone and everyone. No, we cannot do that. No, we have accepted a school. No, we have accepted the school which is called as ISKCON. We have to hear from this particular school, from this college, and we have to give exam here. We cannot expect that, from this school I'll study and this school I'll give exam. No, that's not possible. One school of thought we accept, that is the parampara we accept, we follow very, very perfectly, and we finally give our last examination, that is the examination of death, and follow whatever is given. Remember Krishna at the time of death. So in this way, we understand that our opinions don't matter. What matters is what is the parampara saying. Now that matters. And when we are hearing, we have to hear from the parampara, not from anyone, any Tom, Dick, and Harry who is speaking something on YouTube. Many people are speaking many things. Why we shouldn't hear? They might be speaking something good, okay. But then when we hear from them, what happens is that hearing shapes our entire personality as a devotee. We hear something nonsense. See, already we all are struggling to chant our rounds. We are struggling to have faith in scriptures. And on that, we hear something here and there and we go crazy. So the point that I'm trying to make is it's very important that we understand that we have to hear from the right source. Very, very important. So this value of speaking and hearing, which is there, it is a very, very important concept. Yes, it's not about no anything we can speak and anything we can hear. We have to hear from the bona fide authority. We have to read from the bona fide books and follow the same. That is very important. Yes. Hmm. Okay, someone is saying imperfect senses, committing mistakes, illusion, tendency to cheat. Yes, for committing mistakes, I forgot. Thank you. Next. So now a person who wants to purchase gold, he should know something about gold, right? A person who wants to accept a bona fide spiritual master, he should know about the bona fide spiritual master. So we have to make sure that we know Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita clears about or clarifies the qualification of a true guru. Hmm. So once we understand the qualification of a true guru, then there is no question that someone will cheat us. And today we have spent a lot of time in understanding this. Who is a true guru and who is not? Yes. So anyone who reads Shastra regularly, who has a sincere desire, he cannot be cheated. Not possible. So we have to show that in our behavior. We have to be sincere. We have to be serious, and at the same time, we should make sure that we follow the scriptures very, very nicely. Hmm. Whatever is told by the parampara or the instructions coming in the parampara, we should follow that immediately. We shouldn't take time. Time is very, very less. Tell me how much time we have. Hmm? In this corona, who can tell that I'm going to live another 10 years, 15 years? The question, will I live for next week, is a big question. Hmm? Forget about living for years together or whatever. So the point that I'm trying to make here is we have got very less time. So when we hear the instruction coming from the parampara, we should just implement it immediately without thinking twice. We have to take our ego and just smash it on the wall and then just follow what is told by the spiritual master. Mhm. So a person who is very, now you might ask, Prabhuji, who is sincere and serious? Please tell us. Huh? Who is sincere and serious? That person who reads Prabhupada books and when Prabhupada is telling some instruction, immediately implements that. That person is sincere and serious. That person who hears from the scriptures, from various bona fide authorities, and then implements the same immediately in life, that person, is a person who can be called as sincere and serious and having an intense desire to attain Krishna. Hmm. So in this way, we have to understand that this is what we need to do. And only when we do this, we can be delivered from the cycle of birth and death, or else it will be very, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Yes. So with this, I would like to pause here, the part one of the session. The part two that we're going to see next to next Sunday is today we discussed about the disciple, sorry, guru. Next week we'll discuss about the disciple. Next to next week we'll discuss about the disciple. What are the qualities of an ideal disciple? That is very, very important for all of us. Guru is, for selecting a guru, we need to know about the guru, but we need to know about the disciple so that we can implement that in our life immediately, so that we become ideal disciples and finally attain the ultimate goal of life. So with this, I would like to pause today's session. I've got a few announcements and then we'll do mantra meditation. Yes. So like all of it was announced on Thursday that we're going to have this mantra meditation session, mantra meditation retreat. We are calling it as mantra meditation retreat, and this is a very important endeavor that we're doing, because now in this corona, there's a lot of uh, confidence problem that people are facing. Lot of depression cases are there, and because that's but obvious also. Tell me, if in the house 3 4 people are dying, how can we expect that the person will remain peaceful? Very, very difficult. So we have come up with this um, idea that at least if people take shelter of the holy name, they learn the mantra meditation and do it every day, at least they will have this confidence, that no, I'm not a loser. At least this confidence will be there, and they can revive that self confidence. They can have that can rebuild the inner strength and live their life back normal. So it's a great service that all of us can do, to people in general. So this mantra meditation session is not for you all. You all are now very, very senior. All of you know mantra meditation. Everyone is chanting, and all of you are very senior now. This is for the new people. So this is a very important service that all of you can do. When the message is circulated immediately after the session, we are planning to circulate the message of the mantra meditation retreat. So this we can circulate to all our apartments, apartment groups, all our family groups, all over the world. This is a charity program that we're doing. Charity program is just a free program, just like that. We are not expecting people to stay back, and it's not like Gita course, where people are expected to follow, chant, and all that. No, it's just a program where we want people to just make sure that they revive their confidence back. They get that bliss and that peace for at least for some time, and they start practicing it. And who knows, there might be someone who's actually waiting very eagerly to receive the Mahamantra. I'm sure many of you are waiting. And when the message of Gita course came, you were like, yes, this is for me. And you registered for it. There are many people who are waiting like that. So it's a service for all of you all, which we are giving you today is when the message is when the message is passed on to the groups, make sure the message is given to everyone, whomever you know, whomever you want to get benefited. Please pass on this message. Very, very important. Many people are in need of this. Many people. And in this session, let me display the poster. So this is the final poster that we have come up with. So this is the poster. The mantra meditation retreat. It's going to be a mega online event for 3 days, 14th of May till 16th of May, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's going to start. It's going to start at 7:30, and it will go up till 8:30, just 1 hour. So first half an hour I'll be speaking. I'll be speaking the science of mantra meditation and how it helps. And then in the second session, I'll planning to speak about how the mind works and how the mantra meditation works when it comes to controlling the mind. Third session, I'm planning to speak that how mantra meditation can deliver a person, and finally help him to attain the ultimate destination. Yes. And then this is the tagline that we have given: reflect your current situation, refresh from the current situation and relax, and finally rejuvenate and come back to normal and live your life normal. Yes. So how can a person participate in this event? He has to just make sure that he is there in either of the groups, either the Telegram group or the WhatsApp group. There are two groups which are there, either Telegram or WhatsApp. So these are the links. Anyways, the links will also be circulated. So if to just ask them to join one of the groups, and rest we'll put in the groups. Then they'll get all the information. The Zoom links will be there, YouTube links will be there, and they'll get all the necessary information. Yes. So our service is just to make sure this message reaches the people. Now they subscribe to it, not subscribe to it, it's up to them. But our service is let the message reach to many people. Let thousands of people come and attend this mantra meditation, get benefited, and come out of that negativity and that low self-confidence state. Let them come out of it with enthusiasm. Yes. So we have also recorded a promo video. It is there on YouTube. We'll circulate that also. So we recorded that and we tried to make it as good as possible so that people can see and understand what they're going through and subscribe to this particular event that we are organizing. So please remember this mega online event, Mantra Meditation Retreat, starting on 14th. It will be there till 16th, 14, 15, 16, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. And we'll be doing mantra. So the sequences will have a talk, short talk followed by 2 rounds of chanting of Mahamantra, and followed by that, we'll have a prayer session. We'll intensely pray for people all around the world. When many people come together and pray, it will surely have an intense impact for many people all around. So it's my humble request, please pass on the message. Yes. So thank you very much. Now let's follow the instruction given by the Guru Parampara. Let's be the ideal disciples by following the instruction. And one instruction which Prabhupada keeps repeating is chant the holy names of the Krishna, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He says 16 rounds one should chant minimum. All of us might be chanting 1 round, 2 round, or 4 rounds is what I had told. I don't know, still people are chanting 1 or 2 rounds, I heard. I request all of you all, please come to 4 rounds. Please come to 4 rounds. There is no question of not coming to 4 rounds. Yes. And I'm planning to conclude this entire Gita course on 4th of July. Hmm. And on that day, we are going to have the graduation ceremony where we'll award certificates to all of you all the senior participants. But then, since it's a advanced course, there is an exam to it, and you are supposed to read 3 books. Hmm. Please note, Beyond Birth and Death, there's the first book. Second is this full book we have to read, Beyond Birth and Death. Second one is the first chapter of Science of Self-Realization. And the third one is Bhagavad Gita Introduction and Chapter 1. That's it. So all of this will hardly take 1 month. Not even 1 month. 15 days is enough to complete all these books. And then your mentors will pass a question paper to all of you. Yes. The question paper which will have the questions related to the concepts given in these books. And it will be an open book exam at your home. You can open the books and copy and write, no problem. Yes. The only thing that will be tested is, have you read the book or not? And those papers will come to your mentors. They will check and they'll pass on to me, and I'll go through your papers. Yes. So it is very, very simple, not very difficult. You all can do that. But only one thing here is, one thing we have put here as a condition is those people can take a vow on that day. There will be a vow, the oath taking ceremony, where we'll take an oath that I'll be chanting 4 rounds henceforth. Anyways, I'm chanting, I'll continue chanting 4 rounds, and I'll be an active member in this. I'll be an active student of Gita. I'll be an active participant or a devotee in ISKCON. And another painful thing maybe for a few of you will be no meat eating. So the people who are still addicted to this, you will not be allowed to take an oath on that day. But then you can continue attending our sessions and all that. But then this is for the ones who have seriously taken an oath that no more meat eating. This is the first level. Like that, we have got 3 more levels after this. Yes. So all the ones who are ready, who have accepted Krishna consciousness, chanting 4 rounds and reading, and who have read these books, appeared for the exam, and who have quit meat eating, they're eligible for taking oath on 4th of July. Yes. So we'll do that. Yes, I'll be always there. We'll have sessions. Every week we'll have a session. Don't worry. And after that also we'll have sessions. And another thing, I'm also having a private group meetings with you all. So you yourself and your mentor, your mentor's group, I'll be addressing separately, I guess 20 people. And we'll have question and answer session there and more insights into the aspect of bhakti. So this will happen every Saturday, maybe from next Saturday onwards, evening times, around 7:30 to 8:30, just 1 hour. So please be available. So with this, I would like to conclude. So let's all chant the Mahamantra now. Please repeat. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Brinda. All of us, let's pray to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna and start chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Yes, all of us together, let's pray for all the people who are suffering all around the world by intensely chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra together once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's session. So, in the chat box, you all can mention who all are chanting 4 rounds, who the books read, and also the ones who are following no meat eating principle. They can that also can be mentioned. I would like to read before I leave. And let's do this important service of sending the message. So immediately after this, the message will be there in your respective groups. Please take the message and forward it to all the people whom you care for, and keep forwarding the message in the groups, for at least for next 2-3 days, so that people register. Alternate days also you can forward the same message. And we have got various posters which we'll send, different posters. So every day we can send one poster also. So thank you very much. I'm very happy to be amongst all the sincere devotees who are assisting in the mission of Srila Prabhupada by oneself practicing and also trying to spread this message. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much. It is so nice, Prithvi, that you're chanting 6 rounds and